Okay, here's a quick um, tutorial again on how to use the emboss feature. I have just traced this butterfly. I'm selecting it. Um, Maybe in the video I showed before you got confused about which one of these tools to the right I am talking about. I am not talking about this one, which looks like it's grayed out. It's an offset tool, and I could use the offset tool, but not to do the fill that I covered in my previous video. The fill is done with this icon tool here, which when I select it, is called the Emboss tool. And if I just highlight it, it says open the emboss panel, require silhouette curio, which I explained in the previous video. It does not need the silhouette curio for what we're going to do. So once you've got that, you might think this is grayed out, but every time I select something, it pops up and it has a value in the spacing. So I'm going to show you how I do this. Not this one here, that's the offset tool, but it is a star and it could be confused with the one I'm talking about. There's several things you do. First, you get your traced element, and the element has to be traced. So first thing, if you didn't have the element traced, see, I traced it on this page. This was the element, and it wouldn't work, of course, because this is just the image. And what I did was trace this image, which is this butterfly. Okay, back to my screen. I have the butterfly, and it is traced. Then I click on the Emboss Panel window, which I'm going to click on again. And as I said in my previous video, I like the concentric circle fill. And it turns it blue the minute you do that. And then you go down to, and I like to use 0.004. That seems to work the best. And once I hit the Enter key, now right now it is just selected the item and it's an embossed item, but when I hit my Enter key, which you cannot see, of course, it does its magic. And what I've shown you in my previous videos is if I get really close to this, and I get real close, you can see every single line you see here will be gone over with the pen that you insert in your holder. You cannot see it when you back out because it just looks blue. And that's it. Then I send it to the, the second most important thing is once it's selected, you must release emboss. See this over here? You go release emboss, and nothing appears to happen. But when you do that and you hit send, you'll see it turns red. And what that means is it's ready to go, it's ready to cut. And all I do there is go back here to simple, and it's cut. And then instead of a ratchet blade, I hit, let's see if I can find sketch, yes. And so that's all I do. And again, because I can zoom in, the more I zoom in, even though it's in red, see, now you can see that pen is going to work hard to draw each one of these lines in the butterfly. And you could set the 0.004 to something higher if your image is if your image is small. You might need all these lines if you're going to do an image that is, I didn't mean to go to a double screen. At any rate, if your image is large, you might need all those lines to do the fill. But if your image is a lot smaller, you won't need to do that. Let me go back here and see if I can fix this. Yeah, I don't want the double screen. I'm not sure how I got this double screen, but anyway, I hope that sheds some light on your issue. You said that it wasn't working, and just remember, it's this one, this star, the bottom star, not the top star, that works. And it will work as far as I know. I have the business edition. And just don't use the top one, which is the offset button. Use the bottom one, which is emboss panel. And if it doesn't do it, I don't have a clue. Okay, I just really do not have a clue what could be the problem. Something has happened. I just downloaded the new version of the software, and I know I have two screens up, and I don't really mean to. So I have the send screen and the design screen up at the same time, and I don't really need to do that. So anyway, I hope that clears up the issue. If it doesn't, I am not sure why it wouldn't. Okay, so just try it again. This bottom star, not the upper star. And it does look gray, as I said before. You know, it looks gray, and but it has the ability to, so every time you put your mouse over it, it turns blue or aqua, and you do have the ability to change the value and hit enter. And don't forget to release emboss. That's the only way when you send it to be sketched that it will actually see the design to be sketched. So hopefully that clears up your problem, because if it doesn't, I am not sure. I'm not sure what your